guys feeling? And you ready to go? So how's everything? Did you guys sleep well last night?
Well, you said you guys. For me,
you had a pretty good night last night.
Yeah, like I'm just a spectator. I'm here to cheer Chase on today and JGR. So yeah, I feel great. I did not get a whole lot of sleep last night. I was hanging out at the Wigwam bar last night for a little bit. So
wait a second.
No, I had a cranberry and some.
By the way, for those who don't know, this guy won a Owners Championship for Joe Gibbs Racing last night.
Yeah, so that was cool.
Well deserved afterwards.
Yeah, that was fun. It was awesome to do that for Coach and all of JGR and the Gibbs family. We had JD Gibbs' name on the car and Coy Gibbs' name on the car last night. It was really special to share that moment with Coach and Melissa, and I talked to Heather on the phone last night in Victory Lane, and two of JD's boys were in Victory Lane. Ty came to Victory Lane, so it was just really special. It wasn't about me, and that was something I talked about last night. We're here, with you guys today, talking about God and Jesus, but that was really, for me, that was awesome because that will go down in the history books as Joe Gibbs Racing 2025 Owners Champion. It will never say Eric Almirola Champion. And I feel like God just allowed that to happen in my life and in my career to keep me down to earth and humble, to make sure it wasn't about me. If I would have done that, 20 years ago and been a champion in my 20s, I don't think my life would have turned out the way that it did. So I'm grateful that he kept me humble. I had a lot of sad times in racing, even though I had a great career. There's a lot of missed opportunities, and so I look back on all of those.
Like that God has always just, like I said, opened doors that were supposed to be open and closed doors that were supposed to be closed, and that was always my prayer. And the Roval, at that point I was a horrendous road course racer. I think I was 4 seconds off in practice that weekend. I had like 2 races left that year. Well, anyways, I somehow find myself leading like the last 20 something laps of this race. And I just remember praying like almost every single lap. And it was the first time outside of when I won at Darlington in 2020 where I just felt the Holy Spirit for whatever reason so strong the last 5 laps. And I just remember praying with 3 to go, no matter how this ends up, if I win, if I run off the track, if the caution comes out, I lose, whatever it is, just somehow let me use this to glorify you. And I ended up winning the race, and I just decided to get down on my knee and just say a prayer of thanks, and then just same thing, let me somehow use this win to try to glorify you in your kingdom. And yeah, it just kind of spiraled from there. Obviously, I kept doing it, and it's been used now, whether it was at Talladega the other week or Darlington 2 days after our miscarriage. And yeah, it was just something that I just felt kind of called to do it, and it was more just for me to just have a moment to myself and say a prayer and just ask him to somehow glorify him, no matter what the result was. And yeah, it definitely has kind of spiraled into something I didn't think would, it's became this really big thing now where a lot of people come up to me every single weekend and talk about it, but yeah, at the time it was more so just to say thanks to him for the opportunity more than anything.
The last 6 years of qualifying here, I feel pretty good about that. So, yeah, definitely better than I thought we would be, especially for as bad as it felt. I think we were all probably pretty caught off guard by how slick the racetrack was, and just down on grip cars weren't qualifying. So, yeah, really bad lap. Still ended up 8th, so I'll take it. Hopefully it races well. Race trim, we were pretty slow on the short run, but decent on the long run, so we'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully our changes were the correct ones. Hopefully we don't blow up our tires like half the field is gonna, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, well, we got this leak doing our tires, so I feel good about that.
Yep.
Girl power here. So Alex, the Aller Racing team that has a tradition here in Phoenix. After the race, we all get together and we talk about our peach and our pit of the year. So our peach is the highlight, and our pit is the down point. So
do we have a peach this year?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, I just wasn't sure.
Yeah, Homestead. It's a big peach.
Yeah, okay.
We got the whole race.
Yeah. I'm trying to take a picture. Decent.
get there. So yeah, what is your peach and pit of the 2025?
Yeah, that's a tough one for me, right? Like, it's certainly had its ups and downs. I think, you know, the overall body of work up until the playoffs is probably the peach, right? Like, we had a better summer than we've ever had. Really good summer, really compared to the field. Like, average finish points scored there at the end. Like, we were top of the list there, kind of, you know, middle of May, June on. So we did a lot of really good things there, and then we turned the light switch off for the playoffs, so that's probably the pit. It's been pretty awful for the last 9 weeks, and have a lot of work to do to get better, like just a lot of pretty disappointing things. So yeah, working hard to be better for next year, so excited to get to work.
Well, you've got a lot of hometown folks here, so I'm going to open it up to a couple questions. Yes, ma'am, you have a question. Yell it out.
What's your advice for future NASCAR drivers?
My advice for future NASCAR drivers. Yeah, I mean, just have fun, right? Like, that's the biggest thing. I think my whole life I've put so much pressure on myself that I've made a lot of situations that should have been fun, not fun. So enjoy it. Like, whatever you're racing, if it's go-karts or quarter midgets or whatever the situation is, if you're iRacing, like, just enjoy it, have fun with it.
Yes, sir, in the wrong hat.
The wrong hat. Pancakes or waffles? I mean, both. I don't have a side to that fight.
I guess anything with syrup. Yes, sir, in the ally hat.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. I'm glad you think I got 10 years left in me. So I certainly don't feel that way. But yeah, I mean, I think probably not a car owner. Tried that. That was difficult at a much lower level. So I don't know. Like, I don't know that I'm smart enough to be a crew chief at this level by any means. You know, I'm inherently, from growing up working on my own stuff and as much mechanical background as I have, I'm a pretty good mechanic, but it's not really what being a crew chief is about these days. It's more about like leading a group of people and steering the ship in the right direction. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the future holds when I'm done driving. Something mechanical though, for sure. I do love cars, and I went and got my dealer license, so I've been flipping cars and doing stuff like that, which I really enjoy. And yeah, I always have projects going.
Yes, ma'am, right here in the front.
Greatest achievement in
His
my
friendship
whole
with me.
racing career. Putting up with Jess for as long as I have. Honestly, I think for me, it's something that I'm really proud of, especially in the last couple of years, that probably nobody knows about because it happened during the playoffs after we were eliminated last year, was Martinsville last fall, like lap 200, we lost power steering. We were running like 5th when it happened. We were pretty good. And we ran, I think, 13th at Martinsville with 0 power steering, which shouldn't really be doable. I think the race played out to where it made it easier than it could have been, like if there was a lot of restarts. But yeah, that is a big one for me. I remember the competition meeting, everybody was mind-boggled, like how we did that. So that was pretty cool, topping through that one. Probably my favorite, personally. How many dogs do I have? 3, 2.5. Girlfriend has a dog, so I'm like a stepdad. You know? And he's an asshole, so I can't really blame him. But yeah, we have 3.
He's a golden doodle. Yes, ma'am, sweetheart, make it back.
Favorite movie? Man, that's like one of those questions you get put on the spot and your brain locks up and it just stops computing. Gosh, I don't know. I mean, the movie that's had the most influence on me, and I'm like ashamed to say this, but like the original Fast and Furious movie like made me a car guy for sure. Yeah, that was a good one for me growing up.
Yes, ma'am, in the purple, right here. Yep.
So I got that question yesterday. Favorite restaurant when I come home. That's a tough one because I have like a list of things that I want, or places that I want to hit. But I have only been to Tucson once in the last 6 years. So, yeah, it's tough. It's tough. So I don't know if you guys have seen my schedule ever, but it's not like there's a chunk of days that I'm not doing anything. So. Yeah, I went home this spring. I flew out here early and got to go home for a day, which really just turns into eating wherever my family wants to eat. I don't really get much say. So, I don't know, like EG's was great when I was a kid. There's actual Mexican food, which doesn't exist.
That is so not true.
There's 2 good places in all of North Carolina. They're not even that good. Like, I will fight you over that. You're wrong.
We will agree to disagree on this. Yes, sir.
Alex Bowman Racing, how was your year, and can you go to Ovalo Speedway sometime?
Yeah, so we're really just doing Chili Bowl stuff. Like, we'll do Chili Bowl every year. Excited to go back this year with an Ally car again. Super excited about that. Thanks Ally for all the support on that deal. The sprint car thing, like, I had to do all the work and I never got to go to the racetrack with it. I didn't get to drive it after I broke my back. Didn't really make a lot of sense. And there were people banging on my door to buy everything, and I'm like, come get it. So, yeah, we just have the midget stuff for now, and the drift car. Really, the drift car is probably the biggest project right now. So getting that together, but yeah, we'll see what the future holds. I would like to get back to sprint car racing someday, if Chloe doesn't kill me for doing it. So we'll see.
We're going to take one more question from this little lady in the front. Yes, ma'am.
I have never rode the blimp. I've seen videos of people up in the blimp. They can like open the windows.
Yeah, I rode in it yesterday.
You rode in the blimp?
Yes, Kayla and I did.
How was that?
It was awesome. It was very cool. You sort of floated up. It was like being in a hot air balloon. They do open the windows.
Is it like a helicopter?
Not really, but you can't hear it. It's not like...
Is it silent?
Yeah, it's silent.
That's
It
pretty
only
cool.
goes 70 miles an hour.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
So that's like my race car some days. Last week after we knocked the airbox off of it, that's about all she had.
Well, you'll have those days.
Yeah.
So we just want to thank you guys so much for coming out.
Oh, I got a shirt, yes. But
Are you gonna get?
I'm knowing